Hey guys, today I want to show you. Oh, period. Ugh. But today I want to show you some. Oh, I did not even realize that was there. Yuck. Anyway, today I want to show you. As you can probably notice, I have the shaders mod back on. I finally got it to work. I've had so much problems trying to get it to work. Finally have it working on my texture pack. If you want a guide, I could make one. It probably would take some time. It took me a long time to figure this all out. Because there was problems with my graphics card and problems with this, problems with that. I also want to show you some builds which are over there, boop, which I'll show you in a sec. I just want to get some of the details out of the way. This is 1.4.2, so I did get it working on 1.4.2. As I said, I had to do a lot of searching around and a lot of tinkering and a lot of figuring out and searching in order to get this to work. It also works with the original. They also give you this texture pack, the Ovo Rustic one, which looks pretty damn good. But to be honest, I'm not a huge fan of the bump map. Now I know it looks amazing, like that looks pretty damn good. The bump map and all that sort of stuff. It really does look really nice, but I don't know. I still like my Minecraft to be blocky, not like this is cool, like and all, but it's just a bit too realistic, if I can say that. Like, look at this. I don't know. I think it still looks great. Like still looking blocky, if you know what I mean. Like, here's it with the default texture pack. Like, I actually think this looks better than what was just what was just on, but that's just me, you know. Maybe you guys might like the other one, but I prefer my texture pack on anyway. Stupid lighting glitch. Right now, there is a few lighting glitches. That's because of the texture pack isn't set up right. So I have to fix that. But yeah, that's really about it. If you want a guide, let me know in the comments. But today, the real reason is to show you some builds that I've been working on. Just been working on them out of looking up some stuff online, getting some ideas, testing out some styles that I've never tried before, and some that I have tried before and trying to perfect them a bit better. Like, this was the sort of style that I went with for the human city, but this is a more advanced house, you would say. This took me a lot longer to. You can see all the weird lighting glitches inside. They're not what you call it inside. As you can see, they're not done up inside. And as you can see, the lighting glitch, if you turn on the normal texture pack, the one that they give you, it'll look fine. See, that so it has nothing to do with the thing. The thing still works great. It's just my texture pack isn't set up right, and I just have to figure that out. But it looks pretty damn good, I think, this texture pack. But again, not really a big fan of the bump map. So as you can see, this is as I said, it's a kind of a variation on the style I did for the human city. Now I think the human city would look damn good if I had a lot of buildings like this. These are a lot bigger in scale. It took me a lot longer to do. They're a lot more custom made, if you know what I mean. Like see this part sticking out up here. There's like bits of roof. Now this mightn't look great on a normal texture pack. I didn't really look. It doesn't look too bad. It looks plain. Well, it doesn't look plain. It's just I don't like that in a normal texture pack. I like everything else. But when you turn it on to the one that I custom made here, I think it looks way nicer. But that's my opinion. I made made the chimney out of like normal stone. I made like as you can see, like there's balconies. There's quite a bit of detail that went into this. You can see like all these small little things around here. But I really like this sticking out here as well. This looks pretty cool, and it's just like a little I don't know what you could say, like. It's not really a balcony, it's just really like a design feature for the outside. It looks nice from the outside. As you can see, the lights here, they're just glowstone with this. So, oh, excuse me. More lighting glitches. There we go. Just get rid of them. Oh, come back. No matter. Doesn't matter. So yeah, that's one of the styles that I was kind of working with. I would really like to make a city completely out of this. I think it looks really cool. And here's like the chimney up here, and the roof was pretty damn complicated to do. As you can see, it's a lot of like ins and outies and really weird stuff. I tried to make it as weird as possible because I've always said to people, roofs and wall designs are what makes a city. Roofs and wall designs, that's the first thing people see, and that's what sticks with people. They're not going to go inside every single house and go, oh, this house looks pretty. Well, they will do that, but the thing that sticks is the outer design of the house, and that's what needs to always be like the most effort put into. Like you could do like I really do little interior design. I do all my design outside and the outside of houses and the outside of walls and roofs and everything, and that's where I kind of like, I suppose that's my niche, if you could say. So that's the sort of, you could say, a medieval human style city thing. It would be really cool to make a city in this style. As you can see, it's also lifted off the ground a bit. Like this is just a normal house. It's not, I didn't make it as a tavern, I didn't make it as something, it's just a normal looking house. But because of the weird shape of the roof, it gives a really nice feel. It kind of makes it like if that was a pointy roof, I really think it wouldn't look as good. But because it goes like, it has these like nice curves, I think it just makes a world of a difference like this. But I couldn't then have it on the other side as well, because I think it would have been too much. So the other side I had it like spiky or whatever you want to say, and then obviously the other side I had like that, and then I had this little arch thing. Like if you really wanted tutorials or anything like that on how to make these sort of things, I could do it, but they would take me quite a while. So I really would need a lot of people to actually want it for me to do this. And of course, this goes for any of the other houses that I'm also going to show here. They're all houses as well, by the way. So they'll be very easy and very cool to like use in a server or anything like that in survival. Like also as well, kind of other things, like you have to be very careful in this game to not overdo things. Like I know I've done it in the past myself where I have added too much detail. And for a game like Minecraft, too much detail is bad, in my opinion. Now, other people might have a completely different opinion. But I think this is pretty much as much as you would want to put into this sort of thing. If I could add a lot more detail onto this if I want to. Like I could possibly add maybe a darker border around the edges. I could change this up a bit, the chimney, because it could add a bit more detail to it. I could I don't really know. There is a few other stuff that I could do to it, little bits and pieces, but I think that you have to know when to stop as well with the detail, because if you don't, you keep doing it and eventually it'll just look out of place in Minecraft, if that makes any sense. But then again, other people might think it looks good, but I think that too much detail is a bad thing, and that you really need to find a balance in order to make things look good. If you have too much detail in one house, when you have 50 houses together, it's going to look like a clusterfuck of just, your eyes will have too much to look at, and it just become a pain, in my opinion. I've gone into cities where one house on its own looks amazing, but when you plop them all together, it just looks like a mess. And again, I said that's my opinion, so that's just kind of a tip that I've kind of learned. But again, it's completely in the opinion of whoever's making the things. Here is I found this weird picture online of this really weird like foresty house, and all these kind of stuff have been inspired by something. No, it hasn't been inspired by anything in Minecraft. It's mostly by pictures of art and all that sort of stuff. And before I actually get into this, the water, as you can see with this texture pack, it doesn't show the water right, it doesn't show the reflections, but if you turn this on, you can see the reflections, which is a bit of a shame. I need to change that. Shouldn't be that hard, but it looks pretty damn nice with the water reflections. But right now I obviously don't have them on, which isn't a big thing right now, but it looked really cool with this texture pack with them on. So anyway, I made it so like there's a little lake going through, and I know a lot of people probably have already noticed that I'm in a flat world, which I'm never in when I make stuff, but I really wanted to do it this time just to like show a different, I don't know, perspective or something. And I don't know, I just really wanted to try to make stuff in a flatland look good, because it's very easy to make stuff in a flatland, but to make it look good is, I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain. But that's why I kind of like made I kind of dug in, I built up, I dug down, I made a little river here. See the river, it's supposed to be like a river. This is where the river would jot off, constantly keep going, and back over here as well. It would do the same thing, like over here it would keep going. I added a stone around it to kind of give it a, I don't know, a ruiny feel, but not, or it could be someone reinforcing the banks of it, the person that lives here, something like that. As you can see, there's a bit, obviously there's the custom trees and the logs all over the place, and it's a bit overgrown because I wanted to make it kind of like a hippie house or something, where he's like in one with the environment shit, so that sort of thing, and he lives off the land, that sort of thing. I don't know if I got it or not. You could say I couldn't, but or you could say I did. I'm not really sure because he is using glass and stuff, which I suppose isn't environmentally friendly, or I don't know, whatever when you make it. But I'm getting too fucking in depth in this. As you can see, I just made it all overgrown. I started off with like a base. It's also made out of wool, just to let you know. Wool stone. Whoa, Jesus. Actually, I'm gonna put it back to day. It's made out of wool, stone, and cobble and wood. The roof is really intricate. It's like it goes down like this, comes up, goes down, and there's a little space here where you're actually seeing, and there's a lighting glitch. So when you're inside, you have like this little groove where you can see into. It's really funky. Back here, then of course, I use all this wood as supports for the roof. Without it, it looked very plain. So I added all this, and then I came up with the idea of adding all the trees and then the lake around it, or the river around it. And then I added this little place where they can come outside and cook their food, you know. I was actually going to put a spit across this, but I don't know, I was kind of coming up with ideas how to do that. The inside, as you can see, has a freaky lighting glitch right now, so don't worry about that. I can fix that, but I won't be fixing that now, obviously. See up there, it's really cool. And then you come across here, it could be like a bedroom or whatever you want it to be. Then a little balcony out here. So that was one of the bells. Again, if you want a tutorial on that, make sure you let me know. Also, as well, I want to know what your favorite one is. There's 4 here, and I want to know your favorite. I'm leaning towards either this one or this one. I love how clean and crisp and detailed and all this is, and how good it looks from far away and stuff. But I also like the way this just blends in. You know, just blends into its environment really well. And you might just think it's ruins or something, but when you start to get closer, you kind of realize that it's actually a house. You know, that sort of thing. It's also a good lesson as well on how to make stuff blend in. If you really want something that's roomy or whatever, you just build it into it and build it into the landscape sort of thing. And I'm actually gone one step up further and built the trees and stuff into it. But yeah, and then I kind of made this little part where he looks like he's fishing or something, and he like sits down here, and I have a little cord going across here, so it looks like a little fishing net or something. So that's pretty much it for this one. Then onto this one. These ones now were just really to kind of like come up with ideas for different roof designs. And here was another one where there was like, you know, using wheat as a thing, so it looks kind of like hay bales or something on the top. So obviously when you look close up, you can see straight off what it is, and it just looks a bit silly. But when you look at it from like this distance, or when you're looking at it from the floor or anything like this, it looks like a wheat top. Or hay, I mean, which I think is really cool. And obviously you have to go along with a border like this, or else it just looks a bit silly. I made a little back entrance with like seating. As you can see as well, I used different style trees for each one. I used like the pine ones for this one. I used custom made ones for that one. I used the normal ones for that one, and I also used the normal ones for that one. So that's pretty much this one's really plain, really. There wasn't really much to it. There was just a small little garden, very simple house. It was more to show off the kind of like style of roof that you can make. And then of course inside it's just a very simple design. That lighting glitch is annoying. Obviously up here you would have to, because it's cool. Because it's you can see the slots, you would probably put something like this in between if you are to do this, just so you don't get like that. Obviously so you don't see dirt when you look above your head, basically. So the next one then is sort of taking this to the next level and making a kind of courtyardy farmhouse estate sort of thing. Maybe it could be a manor or something like that, a rich farm or something like that. As you can see, it's all made out all the normal stuff. Oh, a bat. And you come inside here, and this is the sort of design I came up with. Actually, I'm going to turn on the rustic texture pack for now and see what it looks like. Whoa, that's cool. I like that. But I don't like the way... I do like this texture pack actually, but the bump map just doesn't do it for me. And that lighting glitch is annoying. What if we turn on to default one? What's it look like? No, of course the default texture pack makes the thing look a bit yucky. Still looks actually okay, but because we have the lighting thing on, the shaders, they glow a lot brighter, so it looks a bit off. So I think if you have no texture pack or no lighting mod on, it actually wouldn't look too bad. But in this one, it looks really good. So inside here, forget the lighting glitch. As I said, it won't be there once I fix the thing. The wood, as you see, I put it across here because there's wheat along this top. This will be a little farming area or a little place to store animals. Here will be another storage area, which I haven't filled in yet. My God, that's bright and annoying. Like that. Over here is another little storage area. As you can see, you can actually walk up here and go up to the second floor. Here is a little well with seating around it. Just little things like lanterns and stuff like that. As you can see, I did the whole stone block and cobble on top of that. Over here then we have the wheat. Just a little part. I was going to put it outside, but I was looking for spots to put up the space or fill up the space, so I set up with that inside. I also like made the wall. The wall is very simple. I didn't want it to be like a fortified wall. He's not a warrior, he's a farmer. Like, he just wants to protect his land, sort of thing, from animals and stuff. And maybe you could even go as far as to put a gate here, but you know, I don't think that's going to be too much into it. And we have the classic flower pots. I was going to use normal flower pots. I did over here, but I forgot my texture pack doesn't support texture pack or flower pots right now, so they're like invisible floating flowers. But right now I was like, I'll put them back in. I was like, for shits and giggles. The roof, as you can see, it has the stone brick and a mixture of the stone brick, red brick, and the normal brick, which looks really nice, I think, in this texture pack. And as you can see, the chimney as well is sticking up. As I said, none of it's designed inside. That's because it just oh my God, that looks horrible. As you can see, the chimney will come down here and probably will be like some sort of a, that means that would have to go, some sort of a diagonal fireplace, which would look really nice actually, now that I'm thinking about it. So that's really it for the kind of designs that I've come up with. If you like this sort of like me making random designs and giving you ideas on how to make cool stuff, or just stuff like this in general, showing off builds, let me know, because I really liked just coming in and coming up with cool ideas and how to turn stuff into make art and stuff that I've seen online actually translate from that into Minecraft. I find that really fun and challenging to do, because it's one thing to be able to make it like or you know, like to make something in Minecraft, but if you can actually get something that looks really nice online, let's say like a piece of art or something like that, and be able to make it look exactly like that piece of art, I think is really cool, especially with your such limited capability in Minecraft. I don't know, that's kind of one of my things I like to do. But again, tell me which one out of this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. Tell me your favorite one. Do you like 1? Do you like 2? Do you like medieval human city sort of style? The hippie, like one with the land style? The small little farmer house? The more like farmer, I suppose, rich farmer? You know, something like that. Tell me which one you like the most. And of course, if you want any tutorials on any of them, if I get enough response, I will definitely make one. Also, I actually don't know if I'm going to put a download link to these in the description. I'm guessing if there's a download in the description, I've made up my mind and I'm going to put it there. If not, then I guess not. But if it isn't there, and if you do want it, make sure you say it below. Again, thanks for watching. Make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you watch the next episode of whatever I make, because it could be something really cool and you could miss it. But again, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.